Hello, ambassadors. We're here today. I wanted to bring you another great interview with an amazing woman that I have come to love. We all love her here. Dr. Jan Hranicky. She's with us, and she runs the Comprehensive Cancer Wellness Program, which we kind of call the CCWP. You've maybe seen that in your ambassador documents. But she does run the Comprehensive Cancer Wellness Program with Leslie, her assistant, Leslie Valet. And she's just a love and an amazing person. And I wanted to introduce you to Jan so that you could learn a little bit more about the Cancer Wellness Program, and so that she can really tell you all the details of it, the history of it, and a little bit more about herself. I'm going to let her take it from here. So Jan, welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jan's here once a month. She's doing a Cancer Wellness Program about once a month, and it lasts a week. So tell us how this all started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hello, ambassadors. It's great to be with you guys. I look forward to meeting you in person, hopefully in the coming year at different times. So the Comprehensive Cancer Wellness Program was designed over 5 years ago. I've been coming back and forth to Hippocrates Health Institute for over a decade. My background is in Neuro, Immunology, and cancer. I trained with a renowned physician, a radiation oncologist, Dr. Carl Simonton, at the Simonton Cancer Center for over 30 years, and I was with him up until he died. I'm his protege in this work and in this field, and so now the official term of the field is Neuro, Endocrine Immunology.
Explain what that is before you go further.
So really what we're doing is we're looking at the health of the autonomic nervous system and the correlation with the development of cancer, and then also how to alter the course of disease.
What's the autonomic nervous system?
Well, you've probably heard of the sympathetic nervous system, right? The fight or flight division of our nervous system, and the parasympathetic nervous system, the two divisions. And so what we find with chronic illness, particularly cancer, is an imbalance to where the sympathetic nervous system is dominant and the parasympathetic nervous system really needs to be strengthened, because this is where regenerative cellular healing occurs. And very often, if someone's been in a chronic stress physiology, the regenerative capacity has been diminished. Now, more recently, in the last couple of years, I've been incorporating the newest thinking and research, looking at cancer as a metabolic disease. And this is what Hippocrates Health Institute's been doing for over 60 years. And so the nutritional protocol that Hippocrates has really developed, and why I think has just been so amazingly successful for people for so long, even before this research came out, was that people with stage 4 advanced metastatic disease that traditional medicine perhaps didn't know what else to do at that point for or with, by introducing a living plant-based nutritional protocol, within a very short term, we see dramatic effects metabolically. So we see the biomarkers of inflammation and the dysregulation in glucose and insulin, and the congestion of the lymph system, and the adrenal gland, the weakness there beginning to be strengthened, and we see the oxygenation level improving, and we see the blood starting to naturally go towards a more thinner level, if you will, and we see the immune system getting activated. We see the microbiome getting healed and restored, and even for someone like myself coming out of traditional medical training, I wasn't taught this. I was also taught originally in my training that we were born with a certain number of neurons in our brain and our neurophysiology, and when something happened to them, well, that's it. That's it. They don't replant. But now we know that neurons also regenerate. And that's exciting work to know. We know that so many things, and in my way of thinking, everything in the body has a regenerative capacity. So one of the very basic premises of our work is that no one is ever too sick, that it's not possible for them to get better and get well. And so that goes contrary to some of the thinking in the world. But I think as a community here at Hippocrates Health Institute, we're proud of our thinking, because we've seen that hopefulness is critical to the healing process.
And you really give the people in your program, the people who attend, that's one of the big things that I see when I'm
Thank you,
visiting
Linda.
through. The hope and the encouragement and bringing them back to themselves to say, I'm not this illness that's beside me. I'm coming back to myself. And you really help them do that.
Thank you.
I really love the
Thank
work
you.
that you do. Really
Thank
love the
you.
work, yeah.
It's a combination of things that we incorporate into the program along with integrating the Hippocrates
Right.
Health Institute's nutritional protocol and the therapies that are involved here on campus anyway. In addition, we have a structured program. We include an overview of the Simonton Cancer Center's new patient program because I'm actually, able to do that because of my history and background. So we spend a couple of days doing the Simonton Cancer Center's renowned new patient program.
There's great documentation that goes along with your week of attention to them too.
Yeah, thank you.
Great documents.
We also do we do mornings, kind of an educational classroom group treatment model. And the reason we do that is in the morning, people are usually fresher and it's easier
Yes,
for them
true.
to think. It's
good.
easier for them to think about change.
Yes.
And so in the afternoons, we integrate a lot of the treatments because then they can put their minds aside
Right.
for a while and just restore.
Yes.
And so I also have integrated Dr. Kaler, K-A-H-L-E-R, Kaler's work in process communication model, and it was used by NASA in the selection of astronauts for over 20 years. So it's a personalized stress management model that we've incorporated. People take an online inventory, they get their own personalized profile report back, and we go over it, and we teach them their personal distress mechanisms that they can actually look at and have a map to identify when they start to move into a little bit of predictable distress, what it looks like, and then have very, very specific strategies how to move out of it.
That's great.
And then we do just a lot of combination of both a group treatment model, my own work in psychoneuroimmunology that I've integrated. We do sound healing. We do vitamin C IV therapy and infrared oxygen. We do the didgeridoo, the old centuries-old didgeridoo.
Yes.
We combine it with crystal bowls. We have Bodhi do sessions with us in transformational breath and energy work.
Right.
We do acupuncture a couple of evenings during the week after dinner for the group, which is fantastic. Everyone gets a one brain, a neurokinesiology session with Sarah.
Great.
And everyone gets a lymphatic treatment upgrade, which is fantastic with Linda. And then Antony teaches eye movement desensitization, which is the EMDR, and that is like fabulous as a take-home tool for people to have an emotional management.
And it's so simple.
Tool at their fingertips. We have Andy come in and do a customized CCWP healing group. Andy and Antony are both just really, really gifted
They are.
psychotherapists.
Oh, gosh. We're so lucky to
And
have them.
we are.
Yeah.
And Dr. Hammer, H-A-M-E-R, Hammer's work in Germany really showed years ago that by utilizing a group process recall therapy model to resolve any kind of underlying conflict or trauma actually had dramatic effects on survival.
Great.
And so it was based on his own personal experience being a physician and being on a weekend trip with his son where his son was accidentally killed in front of him, and 6 months later he developed prostate cancer. And he knew that there was an emotional stress connected to this, and so he went on his own journey of incorporating the work that was going to be important to begin to have some resolution of this. And as he did it, he started to notice that the PET scans that had previously shown the hot spots on the brain were starting to disappear. So he went on to work with over 6,000 patients with stage 4 cancer and showed after 5 years a 92% success rate, and the same thing was happening. As the reduction of hot spots on their PET scans began to disappear, it correlated with them physically getting better. I do a lot of work with what I consider the unconscious reptilian brain, because my sense is that there are growth proliferative cell signaling patterns that have gone askew, at the same time, the body is not turning off and removing abnormal cells as it should with what we call natural programmed cell death, apoptosis.
Yeah.
And part of what seems to be a factor in that is long-term stress.
Oh, wow.
And the adrenal glands shooting off cortisol, and after a period of time, it being so chronic that it actually suppresses apoptosis. So I'm particularly interested in how do you begin to shift these neuroendocrine cell signaling patterns. And so because of that, we spend 2 hours every day in treatment using bioenergetic medical technologies for 6 days in a row. So we use the on-demand pulsed electromagnetic frequency, and we use the new calm neurofeedback technology. We use the QRS to amplify cellular energy, and we use the Theragem to get to really that wonderful spectrum of light and the healing capacity in that. So we do a lot of things, and we're actually growing this program that in the coming months we're going to be integrating more medical therapies. And that's exciting because we have a specific package protocol that we're developing that I'm proud of, because my particular interest is to develop a protocol in integrative holistic oncology that can be demonstrated and that shows results, and then traditional medicine can incorporate that along with even a standard medical treatment model, but by combining them you get fantastic results. And so that this is our way, I think, to really make a dent.
Yes. Well, Jan, we are just so blessed to have you with us, and I've known you for a few years now, and I'm just always amazed at what you do and how much energy you bring to it, and everybody just falls in love with you when you come, when your groups. And what I love about your generosity and everything else you do is you always include the spouse or the partner or another family member if they can make it, which is so important when it's such a stress also for another family member when someone has an illness like that. So that's just been awesome. If anyone comes to mind that you think could be interested in this program, let us know, and I'll give you a few more of the details. On our website, I think if you go on our website and look under programs, which is one of the top tabs, you can open that and then you'll see Comprehensive Cancer Wellness Program, and you'll have a few pages of amazing, not only information about the program, but education as well, which I love about our website. And Leslie now, your associate, has become an ambassador as well. So she's going to be out there too, helping to spread the word. So we're really, really, really blessed. Thank you so much.
And she's a great person, Linda, for the ambassadors to really connect with, because she knows a lot about the program and she can support them as well.
Absolutely.
In terms of continuing to develop what they're doing. So
all right.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep in touch.